Hello everybody, welcome to Astroneer. This game I've been following for quite some time now. Been quite passionate about this game. I think they have a really good development team. They've really kept on top of updates, and they're going to be releasing their 1.0 full release by the end of this year. They've had some recent updates recently, so let's go ahead and check some of it out. So, I had jumped on board quite a long time ago. I guess I don't know when I first bought this game, but I've had about 40 to 50 hours into the game so far, somewhere in there. And so I've had quite a bit. This game has changed quite a lot, even since I last played. So this will be a little bit of a learning experience as well. Right off the bat, the sounds are actually kind of loud. So now you have like this, when you first start, you have kind of this kind of bigger habitat. So that's kind of neat. It used to be just kind of that drop pod that you start out in. And you now start with this landing pad as well. So if you examine this, basically gives you kind of two freebies. You get a medium platform, so we'll just kind of plop that down. And if we hold E, that'll unpack it. So that's kind of cool. So if we want to, if you left click, you can pick it up. And how do we rotate again? I don't remember how to rotate. Jesus, it's been way too long. So I thought that was done using the right mouse, but that does not seem to be the case. Okay, actually, using my pro gaming skills, it is Z and X is how you rotate now. So as you notice, these platforms actually have like an arrow, like a direction on them. So that's like what direction the thing's going to face that you put on there. So we have this medium fabricator. It goes on this medium platform. And so you set it on here, and you can hold E to unpack that. And so there you go. So it's basically facing that way. So this will fabricate stuff. So if you hold Q, you could choose what you want it to build. So you could build a larger platform, research chamber. And those are the only things that we start off with. Either 2 compound or 2 resin. So that's kind of what we need to be looking for to start with. Looking at our backpack, we start with nothing. One thing I noticed is that there's a buttload of stuff over here. I don't know what this is all about, but it's... I wonder if we can use it. That'd be great. Otherwise, there's a lot of resources right there. We got some oxygen over there. Some stuff off in the distance that way. And there's apparently new ores in this game. So, I mean, this is kind of new to me as well. So looking over here, this is a smelter. It's wrecked, debris, salvage. So you can actually grind up. I know you can grind up some salvage and get some, like, metals and whatever from it. So I don't know if maybe that's what we need to do with this stuff. An extender. Okay, so we can actually use that. So it's salvage wind turbines. We can't. So I think anything that says salvage or debris we can't use. Oh, we got some oxygen off this research chamber on a large platform. The platform doesn't say that it's broken. So can we like free this and maybe use it? Because that would be helpful. There we go. Alright. We can actually get it out of here. I don't know if there's any way to get that off there. I mean, the platform doesn't say damage. I was just wondering if there's some way we could take the research chamber off of it and just use the platform, but I don't think that's going to be the case. This looks like a former habitat, but it's way too gone to do anything with. Here's a rover. It's just debris. The seat is salvaged. We can't use that either. Filters. I don't even know what the filters really even do. I think they give you better, like, air breathing stuff. We have some copper ore, so that's good. Definitely something we can smelt here shortly. But otherwise, there's not really much we can use there at the moment. I think that'll be stuff we can use down the road. So for now, let's go ahead and let's just throw that on there. We can't really use it. The filter, like I said, I'm not entirely sure what you do with filters, but and those have been in the game for quite a while. Extenders, these are Well, I guess I'm not entirely sure what how to use the extenders either, but I will have to look up some of that stuff. We also could just hit this F1 button. It may tell us a little bit more. So basically we need to travel worlds. We know that. We know how to run. You hold shift to jump. It's spacebar. We know that. Use R to look at your surroundings. You can zoom in. You can basically move your cursor around. Blah, blah, blah. Pick up stuff. Quick stow. You could shift and left click, or you could pick up and then hit E. Okay, we know that. Equip the tool. We know how to dig. We know how to do the canister and fill it up with stuff. We know that. We know how to flatten. We knew how to get resources. Yep, that seems fine. We know that. Oh, this is really nice how they spell this out now. I mean, we know most of this stuff anyway. Small printer, or create small items with the printer. That's fine. Tethers, we know that. Interaction. This all changed in a previous update, so now you can examine things with Q, and there's like more of these menus that come up. Let's see. Auxiliary slots connected as additional storage or placement of useful items. So that'd be where you could put your canisters. That's where you can put like your solar panels and stuff like that. Fabricators, that's how you actually build stuff now. So that's kind of neat. I do know that. Place rotate packages as desired before unpacking. Modules must be deployed on top of platforms. Okay. Once platform is unpacked, connect it to a power socket to anchor it. Oh, that's kind of nice. Okay, so that's nice. So once you connect it to power, then it locks it down and it won't be able to be moved. You can share power between platforms. That's cool. Let's see. Anything else? Print extenders. Direct power flow around your base. Extenders. I don't even know. Like, it says extenders, but what's the use? Where do you put them? I don't even know. Research objects to accumulate data in bytes. I guess I knew that. And that takes time. You unlock stuff through the menu, and then is this the last page? It is. You can print canisters from your backpack. Canisters enable terrain tool to collect and use soil, and then you can use a mineral extractor. Okay, so I knew how to do that stuff, I suppose. But let's start with the basics. We said we need 2 resin and 2 compound. This up here, I believe, is the resin. Yes. So let's get at least 2. There's 1. If we get a couple more, that's not the end of the world. If we get like 4, we can build 2 platforms. Or I'll just sit here and collect it all day, because sometimes I just like to sit here and collect resources. I have like 6. Alright, let's make sure we're good on air, and then let's briefly look for some compound. I mean, you'd think that we'd have some around here somewhere. We got over here, we got one of these things. Should give us something. What do we got? What's this? I've never seen something in this color. Copper. Okay, so copper's a different color now. I feel like copper was a different color in the past. What's this? That's just that's aluminum ore. Okay. That's pretty helpful. It'll be nice too as the sun comes up. We can kind of see a little bit better. Because compound is like a bluish color now. Yeah, that's that over there. Okay, we have a bit more oxygen remaining. So yeah, we've got some, I guess we got some in two different spots here. So yeah, this is the compound. We do need this. We need to be able to carry it though. Am I running out of room? I am running out of room. Sometimes like the sounds that they made for like harvesting stuff is sometimes so satisfying. It's like almost a bubbling sound. Oh geez, I'm about to die. not paying attention to my bar. I just heard him starting to breathe weird. Alright. We're here. We made it. Alright, so we can make a large platform. We can make several. We can make a research chamber. So let's do one platform to start. I have no power. Can I... Does this thing provide power? It does. Okay, so I think your habitat supplies a very limited amount of power, but it does supply some. So if we do the platform, as you can see, it's going to go to work. Start printing it using the two resin. And I think the more power you supply, the faster it would actually be. So I think it's actually relatively slowed right now because this does not... The habitat does not produce very much energy at all. What can we actually make in here? So we can make tethers, we can make a canister, we can make a small fabricator. I don't know what the small fabricator makes. And a small generator. Okay, so we may need to make a generator real quick. Because we can attach this generator on, it'll help speed things up, especially when we get to the research portion of things. So let's just set that there for now. So large platform, let's just set this over, I guess, this way. And let's unpack that. I like how the top just goes flying. It's lovely. Alright, you know what? We'll just kind of plop it down here. Well, we need it somewhere we can get power. I guess there's power right there, isn't there? So we can actually just do something like that. Alright, so then the research... We need to actually build that, don't we? Buttons are hard. Research chamber, we have 3 compound left, that's fine. We know where to find more. So in order to use like these generators, you need to have a little bit of... you need to have organic material. The organic material you get from harvesting like flowers and whatnot. So I might not want to do the ones right by where I'm living, but it'd be these, right? Yes. Sometimes you can find these areas that just have like thick amounts of flowers. There's not very many around here, so organic might be a little bit more difficult for us to obtain given the area that we're in. So we've gotten 1 organic so far. Let's try to get like 1 or 2 more if we can. It looks like it's there's a little bit more this way. There's 2. And because there's enough over here, let's just see if we can get a 3rd one. We need to go back for oxygen soon. There we go, 3. Alright, let's go running back here. And actually, I saw something there in the background that I want to go explore here in just a moment. It looks like our research is done. So let's go ahead and throw this. Jeez, it's heavy. Makes you go slow. Alright, so if we go here, unpack. This is a big machine. So large platform A. You know, do we have enough to make another platform right now? That might be kind of nice. Platform, let's do that. Because I want to make a platform that's dedicated just to power production. I think that always works out really well when you do it that way. So if you go over here, you can examine this. It's going to tell you how much time and how many bytes you're getting from your research. To find out what you want to research, you can go into here. And it's divided up into different segments. So, like this first one is kind of your... How do you do this again? Okay, you can do it like this. So these are just various machines, fabricators, vehicle bays, that sort of thing. Platforms. Fireworks. I've never dealt with fireworks before. That's kind of cool. Your different mods for your tool. Let's see. I guess I don't know how these are. I don't know how these are divided. But this is beacon, work light, crane. So these look like potentially vehicle-related things. Oh, let's go jump in, shall we? I don't know if that's even coming our direction or not, but let's just sit in here real quick. I don't know where it is. Oh, it's going like the opposite way. I saw like the wind kind of flowing this direction, but I don't think that's not where it went. But yeah, these seem to be vehicle related. This is tethers, oxygen tank, extenders. These are things like that you can keep on your character. And then this last one is what? Like different types of bigger machines, I guess, for your base, like base machines. So yeah, we'll have to definitely look into that. I don't know which one we even want to do first, but yeah, let's get this. This one can go over here. And this will be kind of our power production. For now, this is where like our, this is where these will go for now. And we'll just kind of rotate it like so. So it kind of centers around the base, and then that can connect in the side. So there you go. So as long as these are all connected, they should share power. And go about things that way. Let's see. I guess we should probably pull up that menu again, because we probably need to decide what we want next. We probably want something for the base. The shredder might be nice because we do have a bunch of that scrap next to us, but I don't know if that's the first thing we want. Research chamber. So the smelter might be good because we could turn some of that ore into actual material. Mineral extractor, that's good once you have a good amount of soil. Trade platform is nice to have later on too, and then the mods are okay, I guess. So really, I think the first one we probably want to go for is the smelter. It's 500 bytes, and so we need to work on getting up to 500 bytes. One of the things I wanted to go look at, though, concerning bytes, is over here. I'd seen it off in the distance this way. And it might just be a rock, but maybe not. Let's go look. I know that research can grow on the side of some of these types of structures, and it looks like they have. So this is research right here. You can basically hit E, I guess, when you're selecting it. Or maybe it's hold E. There you go. Yeah, hold E, and you're going to get some bytes off that. And the thing is, these will regrow over time. So they're kind of like a research tree, so to speak. I don't think the little ones have it on there. But yeah, the big one in the middle certainly does. It looks like this one had 3, but it's nice you can get lucky and have multiple of these nearby, but I think we just have the one. So yeah, let's go back. We're running really low on oxygen. Hopefully we don't die. I thought there was some oxygen sitting up here on the side of the hill here, but we're all good. We made it back just fine. So how are we doing on bytes then? We've got 151 bytes from doing that. Otherwise, you can actually turn around and you can put things in the research machine, such as like this copper ore. So you can put that in and examine. Like this would give us 434 bytes if we decide to do it. And I say, why not? Let's hit the button. Basically, at the low power consumption it has right now, it's going to take 20 minutes, 20 real time, in real life minutes. But let's see what happens if we let's see if we go ahead and pop on one of these canisters here. As you can see, in here it's sped up. It's now up to 16. As you notice here, it's up to here at this mark. There's room for it to be optimized even more. So if we went into here, we made yet another generator. Alright, so if we pop that on there and do that, and actually let's just throw the other organic on here. So it's actually about topped off right now. I don't know if it's pushing through any more. Oh, you know what it is? What it could be is that it's different production amount per where it's at. So it might be maxed out for what level it's currently on, but it'll speed up here in a little while. So hopefully we didn't just waste a bunch of organic material, because it does not seem like we have access to all that much organic around here. We have some here. I can get a little bit more. But that's definitely going to be our power consumption early on, is going to be organic. And maybe that's something that we need to look into with this, is that we need to get solar probably sooner than later. Oxygen tank, filters, extender, splitter. What's a splitter? I don't know if I've ever seen a splitter. Power cells, no. Generators, no. Okay, so we want solar. So 400 bytes for a small one, or 2,500 for the medium one. So we definitely want the smelter, but we need to get some solar as well. Actually, we might need to prioritize solar before anything else. Otherwise, we might be in for kind of a bad day. Alright, so it's still going at 16 bytes per minute. But then this production's going to ramp up. As you can see, this timer jumped down quite a bit. It's only going to be about 8 minutes now, as opposed to the 20 minutes it said before. We actually just lost one of our generators over there. I didn't get enough to get another organic, did I? All right, let's go exploring for a little bit more. Just kind of look around. Oh, there's a good amount of compound there. This looks like one of those research trees. Let's go look at this. I say tree. It's not actually a tree, but let's get some more research. Looks like they tend to have 3 of them on there, so that's a pretty decent amount. More shipwrecks. There's actually a lot of shipwrecks nearby, so I'll definitely take that. Let's go try to get just a little bit. Just get me up to 1. There we go. Let's get back before we suffocate. We need to make some tethers at some point, too. Once we have some tethers, we can go a little bit further out without having to worry about dying or running out of air. Alright, we're back. Alright, let's throw that on there. And let's examine this. So yeah, now it's up to 50 per minute. And then it's going to go up even more. So it's actually going to be the most productive here in the last little bit. So that's good. We need to kind of keep up that production. Otherwise, we are currently at 398 bytes. This would be 400. I say let's just go for this to start with. I don't even know what all that... Oop, I did not mean to do that. Let's see, what does it take to make small solar? Oh, the copper, and we actually have it, so we're going to use that copper right off the bat to make that, I think. In fact, let's just stick that on there, so it's actually going to help the base out a little bit. But I think that's where we're going to leave it off, I think, for today. I think that this will be probably a multi-part video series, just kind of going through the new things that are in Astroneer. Not exactly an expert at it at the moment. I used to play it a lot more than I have recently, so we'll kind of go through this learning process together. But yeah, join me for next time where we'll just go ahead and continue doing some research and exploring new things.